What's going on, guys? Welcome to another episode on Shellback Toy Rewind. On today's episode, we're talking about mini mutants, or they are also known as sidekicks. So these things are becoming increasingly more and more popular in the TMNT collecting world, and I think everyone has their favorites. And on today's episode, I'm going to give you my top 6 favorite sidekicks. Yep, top 6. I couldn't narrow it down to 5. So I bumped it up to 6 just for the heck of it. So this isn't all of the mini mutants that they have. This is just all the ones that I have. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. Number 6, we got Kid Kangy, as in kangaroo. So I don't know if it just has something to do with me not having this one as a kid, but I don't know. I'm kind of intrigued by this guy. I think he's got a cool stance, a very nice action pose. He came with the walkabout action figure, as you can see here. Yeah, I don't know. He just looks really cool to me. So that's my number 6. Let's move on to number 5. We've got Bob the Beaver. And this guy right here, what is there not to like? Big old huge pistol, looking like a straight boss right there in his little mounty hat and everything. Just a really cool sculpt, making him look super angry and super tough. He just looks great. This guy came with Monty Moose, who is also kind of becoming more and more rare in the TMNT line. I'll go ahead and show him to you right here. This is the complete Monty Moose with a sidekick here. And again, I don't really know what it is, but these guys look great together, both in, looking great in the uniform, looking tough. And again, one I didn't have as a kid, so might be kind of just one of those things. Number 4, we've got Joe Eyeball. No sidekick list would be complete without this guy. I think he's probably one of the most famous, if not the most famous, sidekick of them all. I mean, for obvious reasons. He looks super cool, and he came with one of the probably top 5 original action figures, in my opinion. Mr. Muckman himself, looking fantastic. Yeah, and just the fact that he fits in his trash can up there on his back just makes it that much cooler. He really does just look great. Like I said, I'm pretty sure this guy is on just about everyone's list. On to number 3, we have Ruff the Ref, who, as you can see, came with Half Court. I don't have this guy yet. A little on the expensive side, but I'm still trying to get him. But anyway, he came with the black plastic, which makes him that much cooler. And he is a flamingo, and he is one of the more harder ones to find. So that makes him pretty cool. Alright guys, on to my number 2, Jailbird, who I originally thought was going to be my number 1, just because of his rarity and how long it took me to track him down and the costs and all that stuff, but I had to put him at number 2. You'll understand once you see my number 1, but still, this guy right here is pretty dang amazing. You just don't see this guy very often, and of course, he comes with one of the most infamous action figures of the TMNT toy line, Mr. Scratch the Cat. So we all know that he's rare, but he's a jailbird, Stripes, he's cool. He's a convict, That right there makes him pretty cool. And now for my number 1 sidekick, Larry the Lemur? Yes, folks, the somewhat average, pretty common Larry the Lemur. But let me explain, guys. All in all, it's not really that difficult to understand. These guys, most of them are just statues that don't do anything, but Larry the Lemur has articulation, at least in 2 different locations. The arm spins around and his tail moves around. So that alone adds to the play factor of the mini mutant. So as you saw, Larry the Lemur comes with Sgt Bananas, who made his first appearance in Bungle in the Jungle in the original Teenage Mutant Turtle magazines. Here is a monkey that is in the cartoon as well, so I'm assuming that's where Larry the Lemur came from. I can't really confirm that, but I don't know, makes sense to me. But I had the comic book, so I figured I'd show it to you anyway and try and make some sort of connection. All right, guys, here we got an honorable mention. We got Thorny the Cactus. I don't know, he just seems pretty obscure and one that you don't really see that often. So, and he's got a pretty sweet rifle. I don't know, I like him. And Thorny the Cactus came out with Bandito Mike. And here is Bandito Mike here, and looking pretty fresh. So yeah, guys, that is my top 6 of the TMNT Sidekicks, but I also wanted to show you this booklet here that had a couple other unproduced sidekicks that I got from David Arshosky, who was one of the original sculptors in the TMNT toy line. So let me just go ahead and leave you with some of these pictures here and some of the original concept art for Joe Eyeball and Kid Kangi. Also, guys, definitely let me know what your favorite sidekick is down in the comments. And this little booklet had a bunch of other pictures, and you can get it here at their online store at Turtle Milk Studios. But that's going to do it for this one, guys. If you like this video, please hit that little bell so that YouTube will notify you whenever I drop a new video. Thanks again, guys. Have a good one.